I'm Lauren with Pack Hacker, and today we're going to be taking a detailed look at the BruMate Hopsulator TRiO, which I've been testing for the last 3 weeks. Let's dive in. So the can cooler itself is pretty simple in the scheme of things. It's just a stainless steel interior, and then there's a silicone base here that keeps it stable when it's on a table. It keeps it from shuffling around too much, and then also when you're setting it down, it kind of dampens the noise. Not a ton, but still stainless steel cans and bottles and things like that can make a decent amount of noise when you set them down, so that's a nice touch. And then along this edge here, this is also a silicone. You can tell it's like a little bit, like it looks like a little bit of a different color than the can itself, and that is a little bit softer as well. So that's what keeps the can in place, and I'll kind of show you how that functions, but just sort of going through the materials here with that stainless steel on the inside, that has their BevGuard technology, which prevents a metallic taste from seeping into whatever you're drinking. I didn't notice a metallic taste, so I assume that means that it's working. One of the things that I think is best about this is that it can also be used as like a growler, not a growler, like an actual cup itself, right? So a lot of the can coolers are just only for putting the can in, and then once you put the can in, you know, you take it in, whatever, take it out. But with this one, you can actually pour your drink in there and then drink out of it using this cap here. So I'll kind of walk through this cap in a second. But overall, it's a super secure feel. It's kind of like divoted in on both sides here. So I found that was nice for carry comfort, just because you are fitting a couple different can sizes in here. So it did just add a little bit of comfort there. And then in terms of blemishes, you can kind of see it. There's just a little bit of scuffing on one of the sides here. You know, I put this in my bag when I went, you know, over the holidays and things like that. So it's super convenient to carry around. Just keep in mind that you might lose a little bit of that finish there. So as I mentioned, what's nice about this is this is a 3-in-1 can cooler, so this has 3 functions in one. So it works as a holder for a 16-ounce can, which I can kind of show you that now. That just sticks right in there, and then it holds securely. So, you know, I'm tipping it upside down to the side. It's not really moving, and you can just slide it in. So a lot of the other similar can coolers, you do have to like unscrew the top. With this one, you can just push it in, and it stays really secure in there. And then when you're done, you can either just grab it around the lip and pull it out, or they mentioned that you can pull it by the pull tab. I find pull tabs to not be super reliable, so that works out just fine. Or you can unscrew this top if you want to. It's kind of up to you, but since it does slip in and slip out, that's a nice feature. And then with a 12-ounce can, kind of the loophole with that is this freezable insert. So this works as like an adapter. So you can put it in from this side without unscrewing, and then it just slides to the very bottom there, and then you can push in a 12-ounce can, and then that fits just like a 16-ounce can does. So what's really nice about that is that this works so that you only have to bring one of these along. So there are similar brands like Yeti that have these sort of can coolers, but you can only get them in one size. So you can have a 16-ounce one or a 12-ounce one, or you can get the skinny can one, and you kind of have to choose which one you want. And then if you're going somewhere and you want to bring this along, like if you're camping, or, you know, I bring them for trips where I know that me and my friends are just going to kind of be sitting around and hanging out, then I can just bring this one singular item. So when you do want to take this out, I find it doesn't really come out just by tipping. So I do unscrew that. You know, you can take that out and then put that back in the freezer, and next time you have a drink, you'll be good to go. So in terms of keeping drinks cold, I found this was pretty on par with something like Yeti. I didn't really feel like it was like longer or shorter or anything, so it does function very well. It's not like groundbreaking or anything though. So looking at this cap here, this doesn't have any adapter for a skinny can, but the loophole with that is that you can just pour like a Truly or a White Claw or anything similar to that in this cup itself and then just drink out of that using this lid. So this does fit up to 16 ounces of just like free liquid. I found that 12 was a little bit more of a comfortable fit, but you just screw that on. And then with this lid here, they have this like bev lock technology, which is essentially just a locking lid. So you can see like the lock and unlock little markers there. So you move it into the unlock position, pop it open, and then it hangs out on this top. So what's also nice about this is that there is a magnetic closure. You can see like the little magnet there and then the magnet there. And what it does is it locks into place so that, you know, even shaking it upside down here, it's not moving or going anywhere. So this makes it more comfortable when you're taking a sip. I see it a lot with like coffee mugs and stuff like that, where this bit here will be kind of covered in whatever moisture is in there, or condensation or whatever, the bubbly parts of something sparkling that's like popping up, and then it gets on here, and then when you take a drink, it like hits you in the face. So that's not the case with this one here, which is a really nice addition. I think that's just a small little quality of life thing. And then when you're done, or you know, if you're on the go or don't want, you know, to risk any spilling, you can just put that right in place and then move it back to the locked position, and then it won't move at all. So this is a really great option, like I said, if you kind of want more options with less bulk. So it's still on the heavier side. I mean, it's 1.22 pounds, so that's 0.6 kilograms. So it's not exactly the lightest thing in the world, but if this is something that, you know, you want to take with you on a trip, it's definitely a preferred option versus going with something where you have to either bring 3 along or choose which one you think you're going to be using most often on your trip. So there you have it, the BruMate Hopsulator TRiO 3-in-1 can cooler. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel, and we'll see you in the next one.